Well, good morning. Thank you for coming to this class. I hope you guys all are having a good day. I am making the raw brownies ice cream sandwich bars, and they're really easy and there's no added sugar in them. Have you ever wanted to make ice cream bars and it's just full of sugar, and if you've gotten sugar out of your diet, you can see a big difference. I see a big difference. And I use dates for the sandwich, for the ice cream sandwich. And dates are high in iron. They have magnesium, minerals, vitamins. They're a great superfood, high in antioxidants. They're a high fiber food. I got zinc. The calcium is really good in them too. So when I do my dates, I just get 10 of them and I open them up and get the pit out of the date. So I started with 10 dates, and I'm going to put them in my food processor. If you guys have any questions, I have everybody on mute, so if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. So I just put them in my food processor, and then I'm using walnuts. Dr. Neil Nedley talks about the walnut looking like a brain, and it's a brain food. Very amazing brain food. It's high in omega-3s. We want to get our omega-3s. So put that in your food processor. And this is all you need. It's gonna get loud, so you're just gonna process it. I'll show you. As you see, it's coarse, and you have to keep going. This is not done yet. And I'm using dates that I just bought, and they're at room temperature. It says to put them in the refrigerator, but up here in Pacific Northwest, it stays cool in my pantry, so I just keep them in the pantry so they're soft. If they get in the refrigerator, they get real hard as a rock. You could take them out ahead of time, or you could even make a date paste ahead of time too, if you wanted. And you're gonna keep checking it. Not done yet. It's probably not sticking very good yet. You want it to be able to stick. So, I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to pull from the sides. It's starting to get clumped up. Here you could do it at this, but it's still not where I want it. I want those dates to really kind of caramelize in there and make like a caramel with the walnuts. If you can see right there, it's still pulling away. See over here, you can see it pulling away over here. Still not yet. I want to keep going. And you can see it pulling away. I was having one of the people came and they left. I think they didn't want to be on camera. So it's starting to pull away. And it's getting clumpy. Still not where I want it. I want it to get even better than that. So keep on going. So it's come apart really good. This is where it's really holding together. Very nice. So I'm going to put it in a bowl. So that's all my crust is for my ice cream sandwiches. You could add so many things to this. You could add coconut, just different, whatever you want, whatever flavors you like. So I have that much, and I'm going to divide it in half. And I want to show you what I got here. I took this container is a Pyrex. It happens to be what I have, so I used this. I put saran wrap in it. I'm gonna make my top crust first by putting half of my crust in here. What I do is I pull it up out of there, and then I have that setting over here, and then I make my bottom crust. I put another saran wrap in. I make the bottom crust, and then I flip it over. Actually, it's better. It's easier for me to do it that way than to roll it out with a rolling pin, because it's hard to get it the right size. This is the right size. So I put it in the bottom. I'm just going to flatten it, just start flattening it with my offset spatula. I'm sorry you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'll kind of show you in a minute. offset spatulas work really good. So I can get in there and flatten it. Make sure you kind of got it even everywhere around the sides, because you want that nice ice cream sandwich look. Pressing it. So I'm just pressing it, and I see some high spots. I'm going to try to get some of those out and put them over in some of my low spots, and just make it even. Do it with your fingers too to clean. There's that. Now this will be my, okay. So here's my top crust. This is gonna be my top crust. I'm gonna pull it out of here, and I'm gonna set it on top of my lid. Pull out the crust. Now there's my top crust, and it's the right size. It just makes it way easier. I like it that way. Okay, so now I'm going to do my top crust, my bottom crust, and I'm going to put another piece of saran wrap in here. I usually don't like using plastic. I try not to use as little plastic as possible. You could put parchment paper down on the very bottom, and then around the edges spray it with some, put some avocado oil or olive oil. That is an option. I'm just doing it this way for you guys, so you guys can see how easy this is to make these. The kids love them. I think they're getting something so like gourmet. Okay. You can make them as thick as you want too. Okay, so now I have another piece of saran wrap, and I have it up the sides too. This side didn't go, only went halfway, but this side went way over. Might be a problem. I got it all on the bottom. So it's all ready for my bottom crust. And I'm just gonna take my crust, the rest of it that I have. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna reuse this bowl because I'm gonna put the ice cream in here, so it's okay. It's clean for the ice cream. Then I'm gonna take and do my offset spatula again, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Nice and straight. All the way to the edges. Okay, there you go, there's that part. So now you have your two crusts ready. That's like amazing. Now let's get you back up here. Okay. Oh, I think someone asked, can you use pecans or almonds? Certainly could. Just keep whizzing them up and make it just like this. Have you guys ever used a Champion? This is my Champion juicer. Let's see if I can get this down for you. I've had this for years. It looks like just a heavy, oh, it's so heavy, it's a beast. But it does carrots, it's just a workhorse. It does hard vegetables amazing. So I just use some olive oil spray so that when I want to bring this back off, it's gonna come off. It has gotten stuck on there. I got really worried. So I have the blank with the juice. You have a screen right here for the juice to come out, and then the pulp comes out here. But to make ice cream and peanut butter, you put it on like this, and it will come out the end. So I'm gonna have to go get my frozen berries because I didn't want them to unthaw on us. So let me get those. I have cherry and banana. I made a blueberry one this morning. It turned out really good. Okay, so I get these at Costco. These are organic cherries. Pitted. Well, they should be pitted. You might have a pit in there though, so I mean, I hope I don't. I haven't seen one yet, but there's always that possibility with that too. So it takes about 4 or 5 bananas. That's kind of what I've used. I'm gonna do 4 bananas frozen. Okay, so now I have my frozen bananas and my frozen cherries. I'm gonna kind of alternate them, and it's gonna make my swirl. See the soft syrup coming out of there? And I put some cherries. A few more cherries. A bit of banana. I'm gonna put this down so you can see what I'm doing. There is my bottom to that. So that was a little bit too much. It takes between 3 and 4 bananas, just depending on how big they are. I'm not going to use all that. It just depends on your container and how thick you want this. This is going to make a nice thick one. So I'm going to get it all nice and even with my offset spatula. And so that my crust on the top can just set on here and put it in the freezer. Okay. Now I have the top crust that I have sitting here, all ready to go, so easy. And I'm just gonna put it over like that and just kind of spread it out. And then I'm going to freeze this. Going straight in the freezer. So you have your crust, you have your swirl, and you have the out crust. This has got to freeze. Okay, let's see. I have another one. I think it's ready to cut. Not 100%. Let's check and see. Not sure. It might. Hopefully it's not going to mush. We'll see. And I have this cutter. This is an amazing cutter if you don't have a pizza cutter. You can cut your crackers, all kinds of stuff with that. Okay, so let's see. Let me take this out. So I'm gonna put it down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, here it is. Here is the ice cream bars. It's not 100%, it's just right for cutting. This is the blueberry one. So I'm just gonna take my cutter. I'm gonna cut, oop, not ready to cut, definitely. And you hold it down a lot, I'm losing some of my crust. And go slow. Ice cream bars. How's that? Oh, nice ice cream bars. Look how thick and yummy those are. That's a big serving. I just made them big just so you guys could see them. But you're gonna take and put these back in the freezer so that they're ready to eat when somebody wants them. You could individually wrap them in saran wrap if you wanted to, or just put them back in a container. I'm just going to use this saran wrap, put it right back in here. And I have my ice cream bars ready for dessert. Okay, you guys, I hope you guys have a good day and watch for more classes coming. These are easy, no sugar added. We don't want to add any of that sugar. See you later, you guys. Bye-bye.